Luke here, welcome back to Magic 2015 Duels of the Planeswalkers. And sad music. Just listen to it for a second, just listen. That, my friends, is the sound of defeat. That's quite beautiful, actually, but it is the sound of defeat. Because that's what happened last time we got beat by this Hydra pretty badly. He hit us so hard he killed us like 2 times over. We made a good run for it. We almost got him. And before we continue on, I realized that we could do the Explore option, and I wanted to go back to Innistrad and see what that is. Let's go explore Innistrad, because I think you might unlock new cards. I'm not sure. What's it gonna do? Clues lead you to a haunted mansion, guarded by hostile but elusive ghosts. Flights of Fear. Looks like we get to play a match, so that's cool. A couple Nimbus Wings and Standing Troops we get to play first. Let's definitely keep this. And I accidentally hit Draw New Hand because I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Let's keep this hand. Is it just me, or was those switched around in the other games? I don't know, because I always want to click on the one on the left. Maybe that's because that's how OK and Cancel are set up everywhere else, and every other computer program in pretty much history. So that seems a little backwards, but I don't know what that was. I was like looking right at it. Let's keep this one. Click Draw New Hand. We had that Vigilance Defender. We were gonna make him into a big old flyer, but that's fine. We got some good stuff we're gonna do here. It's got 7 cards. Do we want to Mind Rot him already? Well, let's do it. Why not? Because I'm not gonna wait until next turn. I want to put out this Accursed Spirit. Whoa, Fleeting Distraction. I know what that is, but I don't know what this Chapel Geist is. A 2/3 flyer. Hey, I mean, that's a couple good cards we got rid of, so. Good deal. Alright, so we're dealing with a white-blue deck. Geist of the Moors. What has he done? He's murdered that man! It's a 3/1 flyer. The battle is won. There's work to be done. The blessed sleep must wait. A fiend is about. It stalks the devout. I'll save them from my fate. The good Geist's vow. I see. So he's really a good guy. He's just letting people go to their eternal slumber because he doesn't want them to turn into him. He doesn't want them to be ghosts like him. Which is weird because you'd think he'd want ghost friends. If I was a ghost, I'd want other ghosts to hang around with. Otherwise, it'd probably get really lonely. Let's go ahead and respond with that Accursed Spirit, and we're getting our way to this Resolute Archangel. We can hope we get there. We can just let this guy beat on us all day long with these 3/1 flyer, and then put that out and get right back up to 20 health, hopefully. We've just been tickled by the Geist of the Moors, and now we got another one. That's okay. I'm fine with that. We can deal with that. It's going to be a few turns before we can get this Archangel out there. Let's start doing some damage. It's perfectly fine if he hits us for 6 a couple times, and we'll go back up to 20, and the tides will turn on this ghostly figure. Looks like he's sapping my brain. Sapping my energy. My brain is sapped enough. It is sleepy. All these new cards, all this thinking, all this strategy. Spectral Prison. Creature doesn't untap during its controller's up-tap step. When it becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice. Awesome, thanks a lot. Now we don't have an attacker. So. Got nothing we can do this turn. Gotta wait one more turn for this Resolute Archangel. We can keep our fingers crossed that there's no counterspell magic going on. Oh. This is gonna be tough. Stop stealing my life force, you jerk. Shriek Geist. 1/1 flyer. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player puts the top 2 cards of his library into his or her graveyard. Okay. I can deal with that. Wow, we are getting a ridiculous amount of land. Let's get this out here before we die. Give me 20 life! Oh! That was pretty awesome. Guy's probably like, oh man, I did all that work. Tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Draw a card. God! Stop it! This guy sucks. He's gonna get hit for 7. It doesn't even matter that we got this stuff out there. At least it's not a permanent thing that sits there. We'll take 7 damage at least 2 turns in a row, probably. There goes one of our removal spells. Spectral Prison. Well, there it is. Thanks a lot. Okay, well, we got a Death Touch. A Death Touch snake that is ground. A ground troop that can't take these flyers out. A lot of good that's gonna do me. I thought that Hydra was a jerk. I don't know. It's hard to say who's more mean. At least we had a shot with that Hydra battle. This is ridiculous. Listen, you keep sucking on my life force with that. I'm just gonna go take a nap. See how you like that. Oh, there goes a flyer. We could have used that 3/2 flyer. Gosh darn it. 2/1 life link is not gonna do the job. Put it out there anyways. And then we're gonna cry. Just leave that snake back. It doesn't matter. Put 2 1/1 white spirit tokens with flying onto the battlefield. How about you don't? Because you got enough here to kill me anyways. Good lord, what are you doing now? Another Chapel Geist. Okay. Was that necessary? Did you really need to do that? Were you just showing off like, hey, look what I can do? And put out all these creatures instead of attack you and just kill you. I'm just gonna put all this out. Oh my gosh, what a jerk. What a jerk. How badly do we get -3? We hit him once, right? Hit him once with this accursed spirit and that was it. That dude just pimp slapped us back to Innistrad. He was like, no, get out of here. He pimp slapped us out of Innistrad. Wow. That is unacceptable. I'm going to go right back. I wonder why there wasn't just a replay button. Like, try again. Oh, there's something different. Your opponent's crazed experimentation seems self-destructive. Is there some mad plan? So we don't get to fight the same guy? He just gets to beat us into submission and then we move on? I wanted revenge! Okay, this looks good, and this time I'm going to keep this hand and not draw a new one. Here comes the cat! What you gonna do, mad science? What you gonna do? Probably something mad. But not mad in an angry way, mad in a crazy way. That's interesting. Now we got a 1/1 Death Touch out there. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and ping him for 1. this Death Touch out there. Target player. Oh, Thoughtscour. Oh, this is wicked card art if you haven't seen this one before. He is not going to feel good in the morning. It's going to be a serious hangover, I think. They're injecting booze into his brain. So we got a mill 2, and then he's going to draw a card. It's a pretty oh, he's going to mill himself because he's got some graveyard tricks. That makes sense because it doesn't have it doesn't have flashback on it. I thought it had flashback on it. Another attended night. Okay, now we're getting some places. Do we want to mind rot him? He's just going to discard into his graveyard and then call it back probably. Let's go put a attended night out there. Kind of jumping the gun on this. I don't know why I put that out right away. Maybe I'm trying to make him feel uneasy. He's like, uh-oh, creatures are getting out. And then he'll misplay something. Because the computer always does that, right? Yeah, he's scared now. I just clawed him with a cat and bit him with a snake. He's going to Thoughtscour again. Now what is he going to do? Put out a land. Now what you got? Nothing. And we drew another plane so we can get this other thing out. Well, but let me see what he's putting in this graveyard. Oh, I see. He's got this on the field. Instead of drawing a card when his library has no cards and losing, he's going to win. Okay, well that I can see that happening. Does he only have... Yeah, he's only got like 24 card deck. Hey, you cheater. Why don't you have a 60 card deck? What is this? What was his deck like? Yeah, his deck was like 40 cards. Come on. Of course he can mill himself out and win. Them's cheating. He's cheating. Can we get a judge over here, judge? This guy's not playing with a 60 card deck. He does not meet the minimum requirements. He's disqualified. I'm gonna disqualify him with clawing him in the nuts with cat creatures and then slicing him in half with soldiers. That's how I'm gonna disqualify him. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and put our Assault Griffin out. Uh-oh. Forbidden Alchemy. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Flash it back for 7. What's this guy doing? He's doing some Forbidden Alchemy. He's like, in what ways can I cheat to win this magic game? And he doesn't have to show us what he took into his hand there. Amass the components. Draw 3 cards, then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. Oh, he looks crazy. Stealing all them chemicals. He kind of looks like he's working in a meth lab or something. That dude is crazy. Great, now we're dealing with meth heads. What kind of game of Magic is this? Oh, he went to 8 cards, so he had to discard. He's got the Traumatize, which is amazing. You guys have seen this card before? Target player puts the top half of his or her library rounded down into his or her graveyard. Just brutal if you can get that off early. If you're milling somebody up. But if you're milling yourself, also a good strategy. See if I can get out of the graveyard. There we go. Controls don't always respond to what I'm telling it to do. This Mind Rot's not going to do us very good. We'll just go ahead and attack with everything. We're getting there. We're getting there. We'll do 8 damage this turn, and then it'll be lethal next time. Wow! Whoosha! Scree! That's what the Griffin does. He goes scree. I don't know. A 3/2 that's unblockable, or 2 more creatures, 1 with first strike. Let's put these guys out. We'll just amass an army. Hopefully he doesn't have like a board wipe spell or something. Another Thought Scour. Alright, go ahead. He's getting down there. He's down to 13 now. Forbidden Alchemy. He's probably got that creature card that he can put out there that when he draws his final card, he wins instead of loses. He's down to 9, but I don't think he's going to make it there. I think we got this one. Let's go ahead and swing. Let's see if we win. Any spell to stop this? Nothing? Washa! Victory! Cue the epic music. Look at that. You got nothing. You got nothing, mad scientist. Your plans did not come to fruition. I thwarted his mad plans. Alright, let's see what happens now that we did that. We get a new booster. Let's open it up. Let's see what we get. Cobbled Wings, we've seen that before. I think we've seen Russet Wolves. Fling, that's a new one. An additional cost to cast Fling. You sack a creature. It deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature or player. Good stuff. Look at this guy. This giant fat dude is just... He kind of looks like Zangief or something, you know? He's just whipping this poor little goblin. He's throwing him so hard he's losing spit. He's salivating. He's like, oh gosh. Ah, fat dude's throwing me. That's pretty wicked. We've seen Fear of the Bitten. Seen Dead Weight. That's nice. Might add that. I like having my options of removal. When Malfeld Twins dies, put two black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield. That's not too bad. I mean, a 4/4 for 6, not terribly powerful, but it does make 2/2/2s when it's killed, so... I mean, a total power of 8 for 6, really. Plus, it looks cool. Another Mausoleum Guard. I took that out of our deck. I don't know. Just didn't seem like it was going to make a difference. And then we got Counter Lash. Counter target spell by this emo wizard. You may cast a non-land card from in your hand that shares the same card type with that spell without paying its mana cost. That's crazy. Pathetic. Let me show you how it's done. That's crazy. So counter a creature, cast a creature without paying its mana cost. So very, very cool stuff. And let's see what happens now. If we continue on, do we explore Innistrad? We can probably just, I wonder if we can just keep doing it. Just be able to just keep doing it and fighting things and getting boosters and stuff. That's kind of cool. You can, build up your arsenal of cards. I like that. And I like that it's not, you have to keep replaying the same matches over and over. I mean, I don't know how many there are in the Explore campaign things, but I know in previous games you would just have to go back and play a challenge again, and you play the same challenge over and over and over, and they would play the same cards in the same order every time, and you're just like, yeah. And it was kind of a way, I think, for them to say, hey, you're probably getting really bored of this. Why don't you just pay us $5 and unlock the deck? Or, whatever it costs for keys or something. It was a pretty hefty cash grab. So, thankfully, I haven't seen a lot of that yet in this game. But I think it'll creep its head around when we get to maybe some sealed deck stuff or playing multiplayer. I know you can buy booster packs for this game. You can buy old card sets and things like that. And that's cool. But I'm hoping that they make it so that if you put in the time and the effort, you can still get all those cards and still have fun doing it, rather than it feeling like a monotonous grind. Because I like, people say P2W or pay to win. P2W to me should be patience to win, not just pay to win. You should be able to, if you're patient enough, you should get all the stuff that all those other people can get by paying money, and you should be able to have a blast doing it. That's just my 2 cents. What do you guys think? Leave me some comments in the comments section below. Let's talk about it. Alright, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.